Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on EVRM. Did this one just a couple days ago, and after today's just crazy action, want to get it updated again. Um, just wild, got a bunch of messages on it, request, and I didn't have to even really read any message boards, go look through any press releases. All I had to do was look at this volume bar, look at this candlestick to know that today was wild. If you're not familiar with candlesticks, what this is showing is that at one point during the day, well, let me take a step back. The price closed up here, but at one point during the day, this was literally all one big solid candlestick. So if you can picture that, meaning that the price had been down here, but by the time the day was over, as I said, it closed up here, meaning that the price had rebounded all the way back up. So if you're familiar with candlesticks, you just look at that and know that's what happened. You look at volume so you can see that sell off here, and then there's enough volume to push it back up. So just wild. So I want to break down today in specific with I'll probably use a 5-minute chart for that, and then just kind of go over what the daily chart's showing for the time being. So let's just start off with the daily. Well, actually, it'd probably make more sense. Let's just dig in with today. This is a 5-minute chart. And once again, if you're not familiar with charting, all 5-minute chart means is that each one of these bars you see represents 5 minutes worth of price action. So although this may look like a long-term chart, really we're only looking at one day, because once again, each one of those is only 5 minutes. And don't really look at any candlestick patterns, nothing like that, because you have lots of little areas like this which aren't really candles. It's just more of look at the drift of the price. So let's see, right here at about 10 o'clock, it looks like 10 o'clock was the first red candle there, and then from 10 till 11:25, so almost basically an hour and a half, the price just, it fell apart and it came down. And it came down on pretty heavy volume too. Here's a section of heavy volume. Here's another section of heavy volume. So there's quite a bit of what my guess would be profit taking in this area. People thought it was probably over here because, as you can see, it started to go sideways for about 25 minutes. And then here is where it fell and made new lows. And then you can see volume picked up here. So I think this is probably people panicking and capitulating and just saying, okay, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. And sure enough, like is the case in many, you had day traders and so forth sitting down here. So when these people were freaking out after this break here, they were eating those shares up. And then you got the bounce. But I will say, this is not the norm. This is definitely the exception, not the rule. Usually bounces, will come up to right around probably, they'll make a bounce like this, and then they'll just go sideways the rest of the day and maybe creep back down or maybe creep up a little bit. But this one was pretty much in an uptrend the whole afternoon, and the reason, or I should say the way you can tell that is if you just look at the 10 period and 20 period moving averages. Look at these the rest of the day. Nice separation, trending upwards nicely, and you even got the 50 period to eventually turn upwards by the end of the day. So, like I said, this is the exception, not the rule, but good day, and, well, I should say good day in terms of where you closed. If you were one of the people that panicked down here and just kind of gave up, obviously today's you're probably kind of angry, but from a daily chart perspective, it did make a good recovery, and even, look at that, in the last 5 minutes, had a nice amount of shares, nice price reaction. So who knows? Maybe that's a signal going into Monday that it'll be a good day too with this sort of price action. So now let's just hop back to the daily chart. Won't spend a lot of time here, but just a couple of things. I don't want to say I sounded like I knew or was predicting the future, but I had a feeling that a pullback was going to happen, and you can ask any chartist; they'll tell you the same thing. Why would I think that, or why would they? Well, look at these two candles. These are two types of candles that signal some sort of pullback. Just because you have these upper shadows here, or upper wicks, whatever you want to call them, upper tails. They have a bunch of names, and that's just showing that every time the price would try to get up here, it'd get knocked down. Price got up there, but got knocked back down. But with today's action, one of two things is going to happen next week. One, all the profit takers got out, and now it's time to head to new highs. Or the energy that was required to push it all the way back up is now going to be pretty much exhausted, meaning it's going to have a hard time pushing up because, like I said, there was a lot of volume that went in today, a lot of buying to push this back up. So it's either going to be, good in terms of, all right, the profit takers are out, it's time to keep heading back up, or it's going to be one of those things where, all right, we just spent a lot of energy getting all that up, and there's not really much bullish pressure anymore now. So it could be sideways next week. I would not be surprised to see that at all, and that would probably, be healthy for it, and or you might even see a pullback. But from the daily chart perspective, you did have everything hold that you needed to. This support level is holding so far. This one is too. So you still have everything below you. And then right there, the power of charting. Look right where that price bounced off of. Here's the 50-day, acted as support here, and once again, price got right down there and boom, bounced right off there. So for the people that were paying attention to that, congratulations, you probably got a real nice entry. So next week will be very interesting to see kind of what this candle represents for the week. It'll be I think either a big move up or just some sideways action and a little pullback. But only time will tell with that. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. On another note, if you have not yet already, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews in terms of being helpful for people with tips and strategies and so forth and how to make some profits. And with your subscription, you also get chart setups, trade ideas, educational things. It's all free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least giving a try. We've been making some good money together. So it's one of those setups where you're making money, you're learning, but it doesn't cost you anything. So it's worth at least giving a try. So one more time, this is EVRM. Everybody have a good weekend.